Podcast newydd, lleoliad newydd, a dyma yw cymal ola ein daith cyn bod ni'n treulio pethefnos diwetha'r gystadleuaeth ym Mharis, lle ni'n gobeithio fydd Cymru yn ymuno â ni. Am nawr, ni'n ôl yn y de yn Masei, a heddi ni'n cael cwmni un gŵr o Gymru, Domachowski, a gŵr arall o'r Ariannin, cyn faswr y wlad, Gonzalo Quesada. Croeso i Allez, Rouges. Domachowski, cap 1,188. First question I want to ask you is, how many Domachowskis were there to see you make your debut?
Oh, whoa. There was a lot, I know that. Obviously all my family, all my partner's family, friends. I think, a lot of people from my local village come down, so it was a good few. I think quarter of the stadium was from Gylwch, to be honest.
I saw a good 5 or 6 walk into the ground that day, but when you reflect on that match, you've obviously not changed at all as a person, but how much do you feel you've grown as a player from that day to where we are now?
Yeah, look, obviously I've taken a lot from all the games, really. Some games where I've had to take quite a few harsh learnings. As you've seen in the Fiji game, which is obviously tough to take for myself. South Africa coming up against a pack like that, but I think that it's put me in great stead now for hopefully my future, and I definitely believe that I'm ready for this level. Obviously, I've been off the bench the first 3 games of World Cup, which has been absolutely amazing for me, especially when towards the end of last year I didn't know where I stood with rugby, so sometimes you just got to pinch myself really and just take every day as it comes, just enjoy the moment, and it's been amazing so far.
Was there a point that really reinforced what you just said, I'm ready to be here? Because I imagine playing at a World Cup stage, performing at a World Cup stage and being part of the wins you've been part of, there's nothing quite like it in terms of cementing your place on the international stage.
Yeah, exactly. It's been brilliant for me, especially like you alluded to just now, in terms of the character I am as well. It helps me on the field because obviously I got a bit of a sense of humour off the field, but when it comes on the field, obviously I know what I'm here to do. At the end of the day, is my job, and the good thing is here at Wales, the coaching staff have taken to that. They like my personality, but they also know why I'm here, and I give everything on the field. Obviously, Gartom, Nicky is good competition here at Lucid, and I just like to push them as well as myself and try to get the best out of everyone. So yeah, it's been amazing.
I think everyone's got to know you and your personality. One of my favourite clips from a press conference was somebody asked you about that yellow card and you went, I've forgotten about it. It's about time you do too. But how important is it you get that across, the person you are?
Yeah, look, obviously sometimes it comes across wrong, but some people don't like having a laugh and a joke, but I don't take myself too seriously off the field. I like to be a bit of a joker. I fit there well in with the boys. I know a majority of them before coming in anyway from age grade and playing against boys. But I've always, this is my character. I'm not changing for nobody. So yeah, look, I like a laugh and a joke, but like I said just now, when I'm on a field, that's what I'm here to do.
And one of your practical jokes that did the rounds on Instagram was hiding under Gareth Davies's bed. Was that the most well-received one thus far on tour?
Yeah, I think our tops at the moment. I've had him a few times, but his reaction was priceless, really.
It was one of terror, actually, for a split second.
Well, I'm quite a big guy, so I don't know, you didn't see me under the quilts. But
you do strike me as somebody who is good for team morale. Did you settle in very quickly to this squad, despite it being your first World Cup?
Yeah, look, probably, funny enough, the first week I went into camp, obviously I was a bit nervous, going into a new environment, didn't know everybody. I knew majority of the boys, of whom obviously knew my character, and a few of them come up to me after the first week and I'm like, Dom, you're holding yourself back here, you're not being yourself, you're a bit quiet, and just be yourself. Gats likes characters as long as you're working hard on a field. So I obviously just went back to my usual self then, and I fitted in pretty quick. I get on with all the boys. There's a great group, as you can see, obviously from performances. Obviously we've taken things up a notch in this competition from obviously I weren't involved, but from previous like Six Nations and stuff where it was under different coaches and stuff, but obviously Gats have come in, shaking things up, and I like to think we've all reacted really well to it.
We can't leave you go without asking you about some of those teammates you've been mentioning, and we want to get to know you a bit better, so we're going to finish with some quick fire questions. You don't have to answer them all, but you strike me as the kind of person who will. Right, top tourist on tour?
Top tourist, right.
You can answer yourself if you so wish.
No, I leave myself out of this one. I think Dan Bigger got to be one, because everyone have seen the type of character he is on the field, but he's a total different character off the field. Like obviously on the field, he's so passionate. You bring like there's nothing personal, anything he does to the boys. This is where some people in the media think that he's a bit harsh sometimes, but he brings the best out of everyone as well. So, and you respect it because he's such a good bloke off the field. That's one bloke that obviously I've opened my eyes to. Coming in, I thought, wow, he's a proper top guy, which I like being around him. He's good company. I like taking his money off him in cards. So,
your karaoke song?
Jason Mraz, I'm Yours.
Was that what you sang for your first cap?
No, I sang Cael on Land for my first cap.
Nice. Okay. Best dressed?
Chris.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
you got
thought
some.
you might go Zam, but Chris is giving him a run for his
Chris
money.
beats Zam. Don't give him too much credit.
No, if you weren't a rugby player, what would you be?
Footballer.
Really?
I'm too heavy for a footballer. No, I done my A-levels in engineering, so that was one path that I obviously wanted to go down if rugby didn't happen, but lucky enough I'm still here.
Your worst habit?
Chocolate.
Nice. And your guilty pleasure? TV show, music band, track?
I'm quite boring with TV, really. If I got time with the kids are sleeping or something and the missus is not there, I'd probably have a little go on my Xbox, but I don't get that too often.
Best thing about France that's not rugby?
I think the city, really. I think everywhere, like Versailles, where we were based, obviously throughout the group stages was amazing city. Everyone was really welcoming, made us feel at home, really. And I think obviously Nugget put it out in the press that the welcome they give us did help us on the field as well, because we had such a happy camp. Like all the staff at the training venue, at the hotel were just amazing with us, really. And I think the reception we've had from young kids, even adults, like opening training sessions, it was awesome. Like it's been surreal at the moment. Like I said, I got to pinch myself every now and again just to make sure that I am actually here and I'm experiencing it, because it's been incredible.
Corey, pub luck against Argentina. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
Ie, diolch yn fawr I Corey. Right, ewn ni Baris nawr I gael cwmni cyn-faswr yr Ariannin, prif sgoriwr y gystadleuaeth nôl yn 1999 a dath rhan fwyaf o'i bwyntiau yng Nghymru. Dyma Gonzalo Quesada. Gonzalo Quesada, top point scorer in the 1999 World Cup, and most of your points came in Wales, so you've clearly got some sort of affinity with the country.
Yes, I have so many beautiful memories. Yeah, I started my international career in '96, but the strongest moments I have as a memory are all around Wales. We played that year, that inauguration game in the Millennium Stadium. We were at least 1 month in Cardiff, so we are full of amazing memories, and it was a big moment for Argentinian rugby, that World Cup. So it was amazing. And individually, well, the best scorer is just an anecdote, because I think it was just part of the history of that team.
Vivid memories of Cardiff? They still alive in your mind?
Yes, I had to come a bit, especially with my coaching career. You know what? I played there against Cardiff in 2004, 2005, when I was playing Stade Francais. We were in the same pool, and then I came a lot. I think either to watch Six Nations, either because of some European Cup. When we won the Challenge Cup with Stade Francais in 2017, we played in Cardiff, so it was a quarter-final. That's the last memory I have.
Well, Cardiff hosted you in '99. You're hosting us today. Thank you very much. You were an esteemed player, now a very well-respected coach. You're the incoming Italian coach, spent many years with Stade Francais, and importantly with the Rhagolwg. You know a lot of these Argentinian players. What have you made of their performances so far in this World Cup?
Yeah, I know that the group of players today is true. I was talking about that last week. I feel still quite emotionally attached. It was only 2 seasons, but it was so strong, and that Super Rugby was amazing. And I think they have a lot of really mature leaders there doing a great job. They know each other, they know what they want, and I think they struggled a little bit with the first game. Something happened that I don't know against England, but I think they found the resources to get back together, and I think they are growing since Samoa, Chile, and now Japan. So they are building and they're gonna arrive really ready, I think, for this quarterfinal.
What did you make of that Japan game? It was a breathless match, and when I felt neither team deserved to lose in the end.
Yeah, it was an incredible game. I think both teams, it was weird to see. You see so many opportunities that are not really taken in these World Cup games. And suddenly what I felt, I was on the pitch, so it's not the same analysis. You miss a lot of things also. But I felt that every opportunity, both teams just scored. I think Argentina did really well on the defense on the lineouts. Japan can really put out there some funny moves, and they can put you under pressure with a lot of speed and nice dummies or lines. And I think that Argentina defense on the lineout was important, not to give good balls to Japan. I think then Mateo Carreras, that we knew he was a great player, he showed all his talent. And now, yes, anything could happen. You feel that Argentina was feeling that that's it. We scored a try, we got a break, then Japan came back, and it was like 2-3 times we felt, okay, the job is done, and it was never done. So it was amazing for the game. A bit hard for us, the Argentinians, with our heart attacks, but it was an amazing game of rugby, I felt.
Wales have lost to Lupe Faletau, who you're losing a guy whose performance never really dips out there on the international field. You're also losing a very experienced number 8. What does Pablo Matera bring to Argentina, and therefore what will you be lacking without him?
Yes, I don't know. I know perfectly well Faletau as from the outside as a player, but I don't know his role inside. I think it feels like he has a really similar role. They've been there for a while. Pablo is one of the biggest leaders of this team, but highly respected by all the team. He's been there since a long time. He's not that old, but he's been playing for the Pumas, and he's been the captain for years, and now he's not captain, but he's part of the leadership group. And him, Marcos Kremer, Thomas Lavanini, Matias Moroni, I can say there's a lot of players that are the fire of the team, that are the soldiers of Juli Montoya is the new captain, but they have a lot of players that are like those intensity that are so important in Argentina. Is a lot about emotion, our heart, and Pablo is one of the drivers of that heart and that emotional side of the team. But I was exchanging messages also this morning with him. I think I was telling him, you know, every week has 10,080 minutes. So Pablo won't be with the team 80 minutes next week, but there's still 10,000 minutes to do his role. And I think he will do it, and he will still be important. But I know that is someone that the team will miss in the pitch, even if the position of third row is one of the positions where he's the best covered. Imagine Argentina didn't play Facundo Isa and Rodrigo Bruni didn't have a spot for last weekend. They are fully fit and they didn't have a spot, so it's some of those two will come in and the position will be covered.
I'd be surprised if Wales want to engage in a sunny Sunday afternoon shootout like Japan did. What are you expecting from this game and this Welsh team?
Yeah, I think a really test match with two teams that know how the manage strategy, and I think that the basics of this game will be so big. I don't want to sound boring because we always repeat the same things about discipline and about the set piece and going through the hard moments of your game without panicking, without losing composure, without giving easy points. I think it will be a really close game. I don't know, I was talking to you maybe before the interview, the one that can guess all the results of these quarterfinals is a magician, because every game sounds so close. In the psychological battle of this game, I think the one that will first have that action or that moment or score the first or have something that shows the other team, okay, we are here, maybe we'll have a little advantage, but then I will be incapable of guessing. Of course, my heart is saying Argentina is ready. I think, except the Pablo Matera's injury that is terrible, you can feel that they released something. Like there was a little pressure there, and now that's it. Quarterfinals, everything to win. A great rival like Wales, and no one will think Argentina has to win that game, so they're in a really perfect position.
And as a coach yourself, Gatland v Checa, how much will they relish that? Two men who have been around the game for quite some time.
Yeah, we are talking about our feelings about the results and quarterfinals, and if there's two persons around us here in France that know about these key moments, is Michael and Warren. They know exactly, they have a lot of experience, they know exactly, I think, the mistakes that maybe they did when they were unexperienced and how to manage these weeks. And both been with, had amazing moments of their careers. They were both considered, or they are still considered two of the best coaches in the world, but they've been both of them in the top of the top. Then they had some periods where they were in the hard times, like we all go through that. And now there are moments that I think a couple of years ago, no one could imagine Warren coaching Wales as much as Michael being head coach, or Eddie Jones with Australia. Like a couple of years ago, we couldn't guess who was going to be the coaches. So suddenly, both of them playing for a quarterfinal. The one that wins this game will put their own team in the semis. And for Wales and Argentina, it's not something that you can say, okay, before the World Cup, okay, they will be for sure in semis. So it's an achievement for both of them. The one that will win will achieve something important, I think, for their careers, putting one of these two teams in semis. And I think it will be a mind game also going on. Their characters will be important. I think it's kind of the games where the players look up the body language of their coaches, their character, the way of dealing with these pressure weeks. And both of them are big characters, big coaches. So it will be amazing to see them face to face, because there's gonna be a lot of mind games. Beat them with the coaching, beat the other one with the coaching. So again, I think it will be for Argentina, but I'm sure that Gatland will enjoy this moment of maybe putting Wales into semifinals. Semifinals after what happened the last couple of years is amazing.
History tells us this is one of the best weekends of the tournament. So I'm going to ask you for your quarterfinal winners. England, Fiji.
It's a tough one. I will answer a lot from my heart.
Okay, that's what we want.
Yes, my heart is 100% with Fiji. Simon Rhagolwg, the head coach, is a brother. We are really close friends, and I love what he's doing, and I love seeing Fiji there. I know a lot of players too. I have a lot of respect, and for England, nothing against England, but I would say Fiji, and it's coming from the heart.
Can anyone beat Ireland? Can New Zealand beat Ireland?
I think there's one team in this World Cup that can beat Ireland. Today is New Zealand, and also I like what I saw from New Zealand the whole World Cup, I think during the Rugby Championship, they were doing amazing first halves, and they maybe then dropping in the second half. Now I think they are managing, they did also the opening game was not the best version of the All Blacks, but you know that they show up the day they have to show up. So I would say that All Blacks, it will be really tight. Ireland is amazing rugby. I have I'm a big admirer of the job they're doing. The whole staff on the team is amazing, but it's just a feeling. I think that quarterfinal will be for the All Blacks. I think it was tough. Ireland had to play South Africa, Scotland, I think, in a row now before the quarterfinals with almost the same team, while the All Blacks, they rotate a bit between Italy, Uruguay. They win easy games with a lot of points without getting a lot of, and I think that freshness for quarterfinal would be important.
France. Is anyone beating France in Paris? South Africa.
I will answer from the heart too. I think South Africa is the toughest team that France could play because there's a lot of the French game that is, they have a great kicking game. They use a lot of their kicking game, and then they put good pressure, so they use those counter-attacks or turnovers to put their best rugby out there, and there's a lot of individual players doing the difference, especially with the power they have. They can carry, they can be really powerful. So if there's a team in the world that can match your physicality or beat you in the physicality, is South Africa. So, and the kicking game and physicality are part of the weapons of France, and I think South Africa will be more than ready for that, and they have a lot of confidence, and they are the world champions today, but I would say that France will win that game.
You're not dodging any questions, that's what we like. So if you're answering from the heart, I imagine you're going to tell me Argentina will be winning.
Why? My heart is, yeah, of course. I would answer from my heart, and from my head, I would say Argentina, because I was worried, to be honest. It's a big loss. Pablo Matera is a big, important player, but I'm sure that he will do his leadership role from the outside of the team, and there's still the third row will be really amazing against Wales. I was worried when Nahuel Tetas, the prop, was injured 1 month before World Cup. Then against England, Joel Sclavi, another prop, went down. Gomez Codella, the right prop, also had some little injuries that stopped him from training. So I said, okay, if Argentina lose a lot of first rowers, then the set piece can suffer, and then it's tough to go forward. Now I think the first row is okay. They have enough players and really good players. The third row will be covered. They arrive with a lot of options, with a lot of confidence, and I think believing in what they are trying to do more than ever. That was not the feeling I had some weeks ago. So I think they arrive. My heart will tell me it's Argentina, and my head is also telling me that if those key points we talked about are well managed, if they get out there and they take control of the game in the first 15-20 minutes, I think it will turn for Argentina.
Por lo menos vas a desearnos suerte.
Sí, that's a great Spanish.
Gracias
I will,
por recibirnos a su casa.
Muy bien, muchas gracias a ustedes por venir, y sorry for my friends, Welsh friends, I'm super welcome there. I always feel well, but the country is the country.
Dyna ni am y tro, dwi'n mynd i adael chi gyda'r ffaith yma. Neu 10 gêm diwetha yn erbyn yr Ariannin, mae Cymru wedi ennill 7, colli 2 a cael 1 gêm gyfartal. Felly mae hanes ar ein hochr. Mi fydd sioe Rhagolwg i chi ar S4C am 8 o'r gloch nos Wener, ac wrth gwrs mi fydd y gêm yn fyw pnawn dydd Sadwrn. Dwy methu aros, gobeithio gweld chi bryd ni. Tan hynny, hwyl fawr.